So my micro lectures on the pain management doctor was a one-man crime wave. As I was listening to this podcast, it truly, first of all, terrified me that this man was a doctor. Second of all, it truly angered me that he didn't take the procedures that he needed to for his patients. Instead, he decided to take his own route. This doctor is Dr. Charles Gott. He is serving more than 8 years in prison because of the crimes that he had committed. When I was listening to this, first of all, I want to ask, where did you get your degree? Because most doctors would have not done or pulled the stunts that you did. As I kept listening to this, I was wondering the fact that he broke a lot of ethical rules. He did not go by protocol. A lot of times doctors have to go by certain protocols. And as somebody who is chronically sick, my own pain management doctors had to do protocols, and some of the things that they made me do that he should have done with his patients is I had to go to PT for 2 years. I had to do chiropractic for 2 years, and that still wasn't helping, and they were finally able to get me into pain management. This man did not do that. First of all, they did not. And the thing is, you're supposed to be ordering MRIs for your patients when they have pain and things like that. This man did not do that. This man, basically what he did was he would give drugs to his patients. And I can tell you that one of my doctors, she don't know why she's still a doctor, but didn't take right protocol as well. And with Dr. Gott, he basically got his patients addicted to opioids and things like that, the strong medications that are supposed to help with pain. And one of the things that we had to do in this class, we had to write about opioids and narcotics and things like that, and that was something that I really struggled with because I've seen firsthand of people overdosing on things like that. And that's what these patients were doing. They were overdosing. They were getting so addicted to those drugs that there was nothing, and the fact that he kept getting money out of it. And honestly, when you have money, you have power. So of course you're going to try to do everything you can to bring those patients back to you and be like, oh, we need to do another checkup. And a lot of times he was saying that these patients weren't really going through pain because, like I said, he wanted the power, he wanted the money, and that is what he got. In the end, he hurt a lot of families because of the decisions that he had made. He destroyed so many people, and the fact that I'm pretty sure he's lost his license. I mean, like I said, he's serving over 8 years in prison because of that. And what shocks me is, why is he a doctor? As somebody, like I said a little bit ago, I'm chronically sick. I've been sick. We're now starting to figure out what is going on. But at the very beginning, I had a doctor who basically just told me, you're fine, it's all in your head, it's your back. And she kept shoving medications when that wasn't even the problem. And then she was like, okay, let's take you to PT and all of this. And I went to PT. I had to go to PT for 2 years, you guys, before I could go see pain management. And what really bothered me is the fact that I should have gone and saw them first. But I know, like I said, as pain management doctors, as I've talked to my own doctors, they have protocol, and this man did not follow protocol. He did not do anything right. He broke a lot of rules because he wanted the fame and he wanted the money, and he was going to do whatever he could to get that power and that money because he was an original doctor. But instead he was like, oh, I'll go to pain management because I can hand out medications to everybody, and that's not the case. And I just, as somebody who is going through this, who's been going through this for the last 2.5 years, it is very hard. My pain management doctor has been very good, and like I said, this man, Dr. Gott, I don't even want to call him doctor. This man is trash. Wouldn't listen to his patients, would not order things, would not order MRIs, would not do certain, making sure that there was something going on. He just wanted to throw pain pills at people and say, here you go, good luck, have a great day. And that was it. And these people would get addicted to these narcotics and get addicted to pain medications. And then it got so bad, and these patients would keep coming back and back and back and back, and so like I said, it's so sad that people who are supposed to be doctors do not live up to their standard and do not live up to what an actual doctor's supposed to be like. Following protocol, following the ethical rules, following what you need to do. Instead, this man just wanted to do his own thing, and in the end, he served 8 years or more in prison now. And I don't know if he's still in prison now, but that podcast I have hatred for, because he should have never been a doctor. And like I said, I get very passionate about things like this because I am in the medical field and I take things seriously like this. So this is me being passionate about how I feel about this podcast. And when it said pain management, it's right down my alley of what I'm dealing with. But my doctor followed protocol, and now I go see her all the time, it seems like. And she does not give me crazy amount of medications. She's very good about, let's try some alternative things before I just put you on more meds. And so I got the best pain management doctor. But thank you for your time.